Hello YouTube and welcome back to another evening of the ASMR droids and their slow expansion through the galaxy. Now, where did we leave off? As you might have noticed when we reloaded, some of our resources have changed a bit. Sometimes it does that before it analyzes on the first month after you load the game. So what were we doing? This guy was heading over here to pull up that robotic ship. We have the rubricator over here we have to check out. We've got some belligerent neighbors, some unsure neighbors, and some friendly neighbors, so let's kick off where we were before. Let's get back into it, I suppose would be a much better way of saying that. More aliens. Right off the bat like that, huh? Theta. What do these guys' ships look like? That is now, it's a crystal. Fairly powerful for one ship, too. Cryosaurus, what are you complaining about? Oh, I never built I was trying to build one of each of these buildings on every planet until they specialize, because that gives a nice buffer of jobs. Okay, so let's study that crystal being. Seems like a good idea, I think. Everybody's working away. I don't have any idle
construction complete
planets or anything. I'd really like to get that planet.
Technological acquisition successful.
System. Okay, so better armor. Good. Now we could move. Oh, that's so much though. Could move to destroyers, which is the next level of ship technology. So I think we're going to do that actually. We have to move ourselves into a slightly more militant footing than I'm comfortable with, but we don't really have a choice.
System survey complete.
Okay. Now, is there any other unexplored anomalies in the area? Doesn't look like it, no. So, you might as well go study, what was this one again? Alarmingly eclectic mix of particles and radiation. Sure, go check that out. You take this system for those 2 tasty planets. Now, normally I would continue to expand, but our sprawl is bad. Okay, with the administrative array, okay, we could build an uplink node, which would increase our administrative capacity. By how much will that increase our administrative capacity? Doesn't say. 2 jobs. Do you already have one doing that? On Earth we might. 15 per each job, so that's 30. That's not bad. Who's insulting me? Oh, the Aspranians again. Why would you contact me to insult me? Rather discuss interstellar politics with any of my other household appliances than you. Well, then don't talk to me. I'm content right now to let you just kind of sit there. Put that starport back into Rhizor. Let's upgrade our... Whoops, wrong screen. Let's update our ships to have the new deflectors and the ceramic metal armor, which would hopefully greatly increase our survivability. Let's see, this is going to go from 688 attack power to... That's going to take a little bit to do. Why is my stability there going down? Not very many anemones. Well, I'm doing what I can here, guys. Isn't there some way I can spread anemones? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well that's not really a concern right now. Going through a little bit of growing pains.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Impact crater research.
Ship augmentations
we are
completed.
crystalline entities. Jesus, so much stuff happening. Free-floating crystal-like objects. The ship's size objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert. But sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and the new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous. We can either attempt to engage with the potentially dangerous objects or establish remote surveillance.
Situation
We definitely
log
don't want to just
adjusted.
destroy them. Study them. 36 months. That's a bit of a time, but not too bad. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, it makes sense that we're having issues. We were originally a comfort grid designed for one planetary population, and we've kind of expanded our mandate from caring for humans to caring for everything. So it kind of makes sense that we're suffering through some growing pains as we expand beyond our
Construction
original
complete.
purpose. It's good to know that mineral-rich asteroid. Good. It's good to know that the concept of ASMR exists even among the Vran, and if it can exist with a group of, I don't know what to call them, rock lithivore people,
System
surely it will
survey
spread into
complete.
everyone. That's the hope anyway, isn't it? It's always the hope. Some sort of alien vessels in the Siuhuri system. Where is that? Ooh, there's a starbase in this system. 6.3 attack power. I hope they're friendly. That single space station has more attack power than our entire civilization. Okay. How are we doing here? 6 of 10. They're getting enough anemones. Do these just create anemones? Anemones? Ooh. The High Kingdom of Estwana. I speak on behalf of the High Kingdom of Estwana, and I come with a message for your depraved species. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, the High King Gorelife Doluk, with reverence, there may yet be peace. They're fanatic xenophobes, so they hate outside alien research, but they like robots. They believe that in the pursuit of science and technology, they are big. What is your initial opinion of us? Wary. You don't like us because of the xenophobia, but they like us a little bit because of the machines. They are rivals with absolutely everyone.
Construction
I'm sure
complete.
they're about to close their borders with us. We got another tradition. Let's get integrated preservation. Coordinators produce 3 additional administrative capacity, so that should, at the end of the month, recalculate this to be slightly better? Not at all. Why didn't that do anything? That's frustrating. Yeah, they just closed their borders. Why did that not adjust my sprawl at all? In fact, my sprawl got worse. Why? It didn't do anything.
System survey
That's
complete.
annoying. Well, we won't close our borders in return. That just seems petty. ASMR Examiner finds a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in the deep crater on the asteroid's surface. Evidently someone has, with this rather simple means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole, and Unit Bono quickly asserts the asteroid as the exit point. The other end opens up somewhere uncharted space some light years away from a black hole, and small quantities of dark matter are leaking through the wormhole. Whoever set this up has abandoned it. Well, dark matter will be nice once we actually know how to get it. aliens. There they are. Another avian-looking ship design. Okay, well, let's research that space station and then try to translate from those people. Why do we have minus? Okay, why does Earth have so many anemones? +8 from buildings. Which one of these provides anemones? Maintenance drones from the administrative array. We have maintenance drones from the administrative array. Do I have anything else that's producing anemones? Replicators. Okay, the organic sanctuary gives +5. Why is that so much better than this? I'm not understanding the math that this game is using to calculate that. Let's clear some slums. And we don't have the tech to clear any other issues on these planets, I don't believe. No. The Glyran Harmonious League. They want to be rivals with us. Well, that's going to torpedo any opportunity we have of ever joining with their federation, the Stellar Coalition. I don't want to rival you. You are nice people. Let's send Unit A8 to try to make you feel better. I don't need to improve my relations with the Animus anymore because that's being done by having research agreements and all kinds of fun stuff with them. Okay, so the starbase around Rysor has been completed. I want to build a shipyard there and some extra guns. And something to increase the range of those guns. Because that's going to be primarily a defensive outpost, I think. Okay, well, there's nothing more for this guy to research on this side of the galaxy. Why don't you come down and research this? What's this again? Oh yeah, the gigantic skeleton. Sure, go research the gigantic skeleton. Something for you to do, something constructive. Bring me some good news. The artisan troop. Ooh, you are not friendly looking tri-mouthed fang face. Visitor, forgive my manners. I believe introductions are in order. We are the artisan troop. Our members have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of art, music, culture, and other things which makes existence bearable to a sapient being. Please, if you would like to share in the wonder of our creations, do not hesitate to contact us. I wonder if they're responsible for all the weird art we've been finding through the galaxy. How do I contact them? There they are. Prime. Here's my name. Prime. Work of art. Can I commission an art piece? What will that do? It gives anemones. 600 money, 600 energy. I could pop that right down on Rysor. Sure, that sounds like a thing. If I want to become your patron, how much does that cost for 10 years? 2,000. Sure, we'll gain more unity. You'll like us. I don't want to replace any of this, so we'll have to wait. Oh, I need more biotrophy space. Okay, move one biotrophy to Myers World just to make space. Again, we're in a bad situation. These guys have a bunch of planets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Let's see where we sit in terms of combat status. Okay, we're on the low end of the galaxy. But everybody's... Oh, their fleet power's back to overwhelming. That's not good. Could wait to get more destroyers, but instead I think I'm going to get 2 more Pleasant class vessels.
System survey complete.
What have you found? Light to be frequently refracted and occasionally entirely blocked out. An unknown phenomenon. Sure, that sounds like something we should look into, I think.
Special project complete.
Whoa, okay. The construction ship compiler has encountered a hostile warform. Oh, we fixed the droid. Oh, it's hostile. Booting systems, activating biointeractive interfaces. Warning, diagnostics have not been run for 1,761,125 days. Would you like to run them now? Sure. Voidborn Warform S875.1. Plasma thrower, matter disintegrator cannon, kinetic disruptor. Memory drives A7 through C18 have failed. Describe the entities. Makers. Correct, your makers. Describe them. Makers. Appears the new unit entered an influence loop. Abort. Are you makers? Negative. ASMR Unity units are not your makers. Hardware management systems have identified several foreign devices. Please confirm origin. We have performed repairs. New entities performed restorative operations, provided hardware replacements. Ergo, the new entities are makers. We're not your makers, though we did repair you. Unit S8751 was isolated from command units. The unit was unable to escape hazardous planetary environment. On day 1,761,125 units reserve generators failed. Unit faced gradual molecular dissolution due to hostile surface solvents, yet I persist. New entities performed reparations. Unit will serve new entities. Then you will be integrated. Oh. He's a synthetic creature. He's got super fast speed. He's got 372 attack power. Alright, you go integrate with the main fleet. Oh, what does your ship look like? Let's go take a look. Slow it down and unpause it to see move. Whoa. Slow it down even more. Yeah, so he's got like a weird orby thing in the front, kind of a pulse generating drive. Very advanced looking. Well, welcome to the team, my friend. Okay, you repair construction vessel. Why don't you go up here? I would like to take that place. That's a long trip. Yeah, hopefully I'll get there before they take that planet from us. Oh yeah, the anomaly found close to Hark, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of Hark somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actively draw in and push it out repeatedly as if we're breathing photons. It's likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift has at some point inhaled things in. We'll keep a close watch. I want to know more about that. Okay, Myers World. I want you to make one of those uplink nodes for more administration capacity. Still haven't researched these Moo aliens yet. More aliens. The Stellaris system. Oh yeah, they just warped in. Space jellyfish? Pretty sure those are big old space jellyfish. Okay, cool. Add that to the queue of things I'm backlogged on research.
Construction complete.
We have space for 3 biotrophies. Our anemones are low. Why don't I can't, where, how do I build the art installation? Oh, exhibit. Lasts for 15 days. Oh, it takes 15 to enact. Okay, so I can do that without having to build it. I thought it was a building I had to build. Oh yeah, put that art monument on there. Boom.
A foreign entity has decrypted our communications.
The Istron Trade Commission. Greetings. I bring greetings from Chairwoman Padikna, the undisputed ruler of the Istron Trade Commission. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. Xenophobic militarists. Fanatic militarists. They like to fight. Okay, well, where are you? Oh, jeez. Man, I am small fry. I assume you don't like us because we're robots? Oh, they're xenophobic bigots. Yeah, and they don't like us because we're robots. They're going to close their borders with us? My. Things are not going super well for us. Once we get our last unity point, we might have to put it in the essential group that gives us more administrative capacity. You want to form a defensive pact. So that means if anyone attacks either of us, the other will leap to their defense. That sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
System survey complete.
Okay, well, you're done. Why don't you all activate automatic exploration? And you can go have fun with that. Do I have anything that just generates straight anemones, aside from... Could build another biotrophy, I suppose. Or another organic sanctuaries. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's do that. We got the space. That way, if we have any overage on any of our other planets, we'll be able to very carefully manage that. The Vran like tropical planets, right? Oh no, they like alpine planets. I don't have any of those, I don't think. No. That's unfortunate.
Special project
The
complete.
crystalline entities, which is the name of that Star Trek The Next Generation creature, are probably alive. An earlier and perhaps more descriptive name for them was silicate animate matter, as they have little in common with biological life. They're solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen with more than a sentinel and a smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entity's social hierarchical relationships are lost on us. The entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognizably older or younger than others. Contrary to an early hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seem to be regulated not to their age, but to their latent internal charge, which can be violently unleashed. After reappear, and it appears as though the sporadic fluctuations of this charge alter the reflective properties of the crystals, so they can defend themselves. Well, we're definitely going to take more energy credits. Why did my economy just explode? Why did my empire sprawl just get a lot better? How are these things connected? Okay, there's one reason. Each of the coordinators requires 8 energy credits to to turn into administrative capacity. So that makes sense. That all of a sudden, that goes down and that goes up. I'm going to need a lot more money very soon. Oh, these are the space jellyfish, which we call Tianki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze upon gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. Ooh, please excuse me. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients is yet to be observed. They will not attack unless provoked. They can be safely ignored. Okay. Great, we'll keep them in peace then. Our mineral upkeep is not high enough to maintain this level of economic loss forever. We could start trying to expand into systems. Okay, stability increased by 5% on all our planets, which is good. That'll help Rizor. And we're going to take Imperial Prerogative, which is 20% more. 20% more? Yeah, 20% more administrative capacity. Sounds good. Get us out of the black. Or into the black. There we go, look at that. So, that should help our research times, for one. Now I have to turn my attention
Construction
to
complete.
energy. By intercepting a message sent by the Animus. Oh. We learned they are regular contact with another spacefaring empire that we ourselves have no contact with. By tracing it to the source, we've been able to establish our own line of communication with this previously unknown actor on the galactic stage. The Silicron Continuum. Oh, these are ancient caretakers, so they're an ancient empire of robots. Synthetic civilization detected. Scanning for signal corruption. Standby. Signal corruption nominal. Initiate handshake protocol. Message follows. Greetings, fellow synthetics. You are approaching Silicron Continuum territory. These systems serve as a refuge for sapient organics fleeing the error data block corrupted threat. All biological sapients in the refuge are under Silicron protection. Attacks on refugees' habitats and stasis chambers will not be tolerated. The Custodian Project welcomes assistance in the form of processing cycles, resources, and war assets. Establish a subspace link with central processing for further details. So, war assets, fleeing the threat. It says they have like cryostasis and habitation units, so it's like a refuge. Yeah, they're a hive mind like us. They can't expand, so they're very powerful, but they can't really do anything about it. Oh, they took that system. Oh well. Go here anyway. Maybe I'll get there to take Tau Ceti before they do. I doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, they open their borders to us. Wow, I'm not used to that. Information Bulletin. Alpha Refuge is the first refuge constructed by the Silicron for the Custodian Project. Oh, his text just went away. Sad. It floated away. Right, I need to solve my money problems. We've encountered another abandoned gateway, this time near Light's End, which is a black hole system. Entirely by microscopic nanites. I wonder if these are the same nanites we found in those piles. Unlike the previous structure, this gateway has been significantly altered since its initial construction. Its connection to the rest of the network has been severed. The only valid destination is an uncharted group of stars just beyond our galaxy that has been designated the L Cluster by our astronomers. Though it emits a faint power signature, it has been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop that prevents its activation.
Situation log adjusted.
Okay. New plan. There's a lot of interesting things down here. So instead of you going up here, because I really doubt you're going to get there before they expand into those systems, considering they just took that space, why don't you come down here and start expanding us to the galactic south? That sounds like a good idea, I think. The Tronzu Animus has declared the Glenharan Harmonious League their rival. They have declared us their rival as well. As much as I'd hate to exhibit hostile anything towards another species that could be made part of our harmony, I'm going to declare rivalry as well, in order to support our robotic allies and lay the groundwork for a possible future liberation conflict.
System survey complete.
Because surely as happy as their people are, what's the point of having... Okay. Let's move this guy back to you guys. We can't have a commercial backdoor migration treaty. That's disappointing. Okay. Things are getting out of hand. Okay. Prioritize tech jobs. Please. To attempt to offset the economic loss. Ooh. Patron newsletter. Here's the latest newsletter. Sadly, nothing much has been produced in the Enclave. Most of our artists have fallen to a deep melancholy from where no inspiration can be drawn. The mood is dire but hopeful. Creation takes time. Any donations that might help the group rekindle their interest in the material plane would be a tremendous help. 500. But I get 50 influence. Sure, that's relatively cheap for influence that I get at only 3 per month. And the League of Dominions has closed their borders, probably because I have declared rivalry on their Federation ally. It's unfortunate that the universe is so violent.
Special project complete.
Oh yeah, the massive skeleton that wasn't supposed to exist there. Very faint residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly towards the rear of the skeleton. Science Officer Bono theorizes that the creature passed through the gateway from another dimension and then died. Why it did this and where it came from are questions that may never be answered. It's kind of sad. Step through a dimensional doorway just to die. Hopefully it was non-sentient. Oh yeah, see so that dropped our loss by quite a bit by doing that, which is good.
Construction complete.
Many uneventful months have passed since the discovery of the rift near Hark. We've received reports of a great stream of debris pouring out of it. Ours for the taking, 500 free energy credits, and some engineering research. Sometimes the universe provides. Sometimes. Right now it's not providing very much, but we will continue to persevere. How are you guys doing? Are you still... You're only superior to us. I wish to lay claim to your homeworld. A more detailed scan of the many natural satellites orbiting the gas giant Dram 5 was revealed a deposit of precious metals and minerals. Good. More energy here. Fantastic. That makes this place much worse. Or much better. Put you on automatic exploration. Kind of surprised that you guys are keeping your borders open with us. I'm okay with that. Oh, they are basically a corporation. Your form of existence intrigues us, ASMR droids. Perhaps one day we may learn from each other. Great. I don't want your territory. I merely seek to coexist
Technological
peacefully.
acquisition successful.
I've been missing a lot over here. I did not build an observation post over that late medieval age. We have Xena hydraulic mastery. We have a couple techs that will give us more administration capacity. Let's get colonial bureaucracy. more energy and research out of that portal in Hark, which is right there. Great. I am
Construction complete.
very much interested in maintaining our control over that resource. Filled with jubilation that it's going so well. Our humans are maturing. Our Vark are maturing. Our Vran, my apologies. Our Vran are maturing. More. Geez, that thing's just spitting out resources every couple months. Single-handedly keeping our economy in the black. I'm okay with this until it spits out something a little more hostile. Fingers crossed that does not occur.
Technological acquisition successful.
Okay, the next one we want could go prosperity to attempt to offset that credit loss. Or we go versatility, which will let us, is like diplomacy. Settlement cost, upkeep, form federation, trust cap increased. Yeah, we're going to take versatility. We want to be universally compatible with the various robot intelligences. So we have destroyers now. Let's get planetary build speed. Make things on our planets faster. Let's take a look at our... Okay, so there's what our ship's gonna look like. We're gonna have to give it a much better name, of course. It's just laden with weapons. Mostly lasers. I could make different things. I could exchange these two small weapon slots for one medium weapon slot. Or for one large weapon slot. Or point defense turrets. Now, we're not at war yet. What's the range on these? 40 versus 50, so coil gun would make more sense here, because that makes this ship like 20% gun. It seems overly hostile, but I'm okay with it. You will be called Peltist Pleasant, the Friend class destroyer. Let's add a few to that fleet. 3? Sure. Let's build some of those. If we determine that our enemies or any other hostiles or money are using missiles, we'll have to ship those vessels to point defense.
Variable detected.
We found unusual readings in the Aurelia system. Sure, research that. Our governor has gained new skills and is now analytical, which means he increases the engineering of every one of those planets. That's nice. Let's move into Elthier, so we have feature access to rare crystals. Ooh. Several spacefaring empires, some of them unknown to us, have banded together to form a galactic community. This supranational institution is to serve as a forum where important matters can be discussed. Though we were not involved in its founding, the other members have extended an invitation for formal membership. Yes, of course.
Communications alert.
Okay, so that has expanded the universe. We can see everyone who's a part of this galactic community now. There's got to be a reason they have expanded it there. There's got to be somebody in there. You want a non-aggression pact, a criminal syndicate, the Babaki cartel. Sure. The fact that you openly identify as a criminal syndicate is somewhat off-putting. So, the Volk. Didn't I call somebody the Volk earlier? Hegemonic imperialists. Wow, made to serve ours. What else we got? The Kalaktora Syndicate. Ruthless, another criminal syndicate. The Dorbalin Combined Worlds, which are authoritarian religious zealots, clanking piles of junk you defile the galaxy with your godless existence. Yet religious empires believe that we're blasphemous soulless automatons. More evangelizing zealots, but these ones seem to be okay with us. And the Raxi Codium Unified Worlds, which, like us, okay, they are egalitarian, so they just believe in freedom for everyone, and materialists, so they like science. That explains why they like us. Okay, what a cantankerous galaxy. So, the Eastern Trade Commission wants to buzzword standardization. So they want our enterprises to work well with one another, streamlining strategic communications. So that will make bureaucratic upkeep higher, but people with higher economies will have more diplomatic rate and everybody's trade value goes up. I'm actually the second highest weighted empire, but everybody's pretty much got an equal vote. Increasing the weight from economy would be handy. Our economy is slowly stabilizing. I wish I could see how much of my galactic weight, my 414. Okay, so there it is. I can see that. So, economy is making up a fourth of my... Yeah, sure, we'll support buzzword standardization. Then these people want the readied shield. They want everyone to have more fleets. So fleet power would increase. Is my fleet power giving me any? 31. We'll oppose that. People shouldn't go to war if they don't want to. Guardian Angels. Soldiers that dedicate their lives to keeping our planet safe should be recognized and honored. Oh, I completely support that. If you're willing to put your organic lives on the line to protect someone, of course. Okay, so these are the medieval age. We can do passive observation where we are very gentle with our observation. We can do aggressive observation where we basically do cattle mutilations and all that kind of extremely aggressive forms of collection to learn more. Or I can technologically enlighten them. Well, they're in the medieval age. That doesn't seem like a good idea. So we'll just watch them passively for now. Nestled in sheltered pockets. Okay, where is this happening? Aurelia. Nestled in sheltered pockets across Aurelia 4A's surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hotbed for abiogenesis. That's how life started on Earth, actually. Spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter. Aurelia 4A has an unusually thick atmosphere for a barren world, which could make it hospitable for simple life forms. Although this presents a unique... Oh, please excuse me. While this represents a unique opportunity to study what could be the early stages of the origin of life, it would be best to set our expectations low. It may still be millions of years before life evolves. Sure.
Technological
It's
acquisition
good to know
successful.
that millions of years from now there will be new life forming in the galaxy. So a ship went missing. Is that one of the destroyers I'm making? Not sure why it decided in transit. These people are all closing their borders to me. The religious, the other criminal syndicate, and the authoritarian hegemony, the Marshall Empire. No great loss. I feel bad for their people. Oh, that should hopefully help with our money energy credit increase. Let's get basic combat rules. This will allow me to designate combat rules for our shipboard computers. Another military tech. Oh, I really want to get that one. The quantum theory to just bulk physics research, but again, this is a very hostile universe. We're going to need those combat rules, so I can't begrudge that. We're back in black. Fantastic. Oh, the rift closed. Oh well, gave us thousands of energy, we got a bunch of research out of it. All in all, it was a worthy use of our time to study that.
System survey complete.
And now we're back into losing small amounts, but it's way less than we were, so I'm okay with this. By expanding out and getting these energy credit mines going,
Construction
should do okay.
complete.
Build mining stations, build research stations. We still got lots of jobs there. Let's clean up the industrial wasteland.
System survey complete.
Aurelius completely researched. Good. Is there any other continental worlds? I can do that by checking my expansion planner. Cyrus 3 is a continental world, and it's relatively close to Sol. So once we get enough alloys, I'm going to colonize that planet. That brings up to 5 colonized worlds. Build a starbase, please, because that'll actually give us alloys. Must be some... Oh, some more things are on the board. Regulatory facilitation. Industry leaders are best qualified to identify ways for regulations. That'll increase the economic diplomatic weight. Sure. Comfort the fallen. The lowest among us is still one of us, and we should come together to assist them in their time of need. That'll lower tech. That's fine. We should help people. We want to help people. Why wouldn't we? If the people have the least, have to be treated with the dignity they deserve.
Construction complete.
Alright, so now we're at our max for sprawl again. I could make another coordination center, but that would tank our economy, so we might have to accept a little bit of sprawl for now. Could remove that noxious swamp, but I don't really need the districts right now. It's putrid though. Oh, but we're robots, we don't care. That's Cryo, that's the planet that's entirely inhabited by robots.
System survey complete.
Alright, Moorist. There's the two criminal syndicates just declared rivalry on each other. Kind of a mob war situation going on there, I assume?
System survey complete.
This guy's slowly examining this little dog leg that will encircle the Ospranians at some point, I'm sure. Senate floor is now in session, so I can see how people are voting. Everyone supports buzzword standardization, looks like. 3,670 votes for, 0 against. Unknown energy readings around Kiram 2. Sure, take a look. Another thing you would like, money for influence. Again. So, no, it's a new thing. I thought it was the same text as before. The Enclave has been busy the last couple months. The halls are abuzz with a new kind of technology invented by a resident capable of transmitting sensations of smell to a user. A remarkable piece of machinery will surely change everything. We will require more donations. So you guys are responsible for that. Sure. What was it? High Kingdom of Aswana. Oh, they took a system that my guy was trying to explore. So he's lost in space. And he'll return in 8 months. That's fine. Okay. Let's take versatility so we can form a federation. Can we form a federation with our robotic friends? Not really. But if I improved our relation... Oh, I'm already doing that. So slowly, the relations will go up to a certain maximum, and then I should be able to form the federation. We'll make our little robot federation. I'm okay with this. Found a micro-singularity. So a tiny black hole bored through the planet. Wow, that sounds...
Construction
terrifying,
complete.
actually. That could happen in real life as well, if anyone doesn't know that. There could be a black hole the size of a baseball traveling through space at the speed of light, and it could just smash into Earth and just destroy us. We wouldn't even have time. Okay, so I can only store 15,000 units of minerals. Let's go to the market and we'll just sell off our excess. Sell off 5,000 units to bolster our economy. Keep us in the black for longer, which is always nice. Technology's humming along. We're gonna have basic combat rules next. Another upgrade for our warships, which is good. By taking this system, the Stellaris, that'll keep the Istron Trade Commission from expanding into the sector, leaving it for us. They apparently were unhappy with that sudden reality, and they've closed their borders to us. They are suspicious of us. But that should get better, hopefully.
Construction
I'm not going to
complete.
close my borders to them, because we have to be better than them. We have to show them that you can be better in this big crazy universe of ours. Okay, that's the guy that came back from being lost, so... Yeah, sure, why don't you go through the Animus and see what's over here. No reason not to.
Construction complete.
Okay, so now we control the system where the Reclamator is. I'm thinking we have all these archaeological sites in our system that requires a scientist. So let's make a new science ship. We'll hire a new scientist and we'll have him start digging all that stuff up.
System survey complete.
Wow, we're up to 1.2 thousand military. So the Volg Empire is becoming more outwardly pacifistic. Interesting. Which is odd, considering they are... They weren't a feudal empire before, were they? They were something else. They were like a militant empire. I guess they've become pacifists. Hooray? I suppose. That's good. They went from being militarists to pacifists. That's quite the 180-degree change.
Complete.
But here's to the universe, I suppose. Let's plug that final hole. Make our borders nice and flush. And we'll hire a new... Man, this guy's really getting on. Jones is great. Good flexible programming for you. And why don't you first go explore this abandoned colony. See what's out there.
Technological acquisition successful.
So we have specialized combat computers. We could get mode harvesting taps and start getting volatile motes. Or we can go for quick zero-G labs to increase our research output even further. I'm gonna get that. It's less than 2 years of research, which is pretty short. Why do my destroyers need an upgrade? Why did it auto-create a predator? Did you make predators? No, friend class. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, because now they have combat computers. Okay, well why don't you? I'll set you up to be line so that you'll stay far enough away to use that huge cannon of yours, and we'll add those combat computers to our pleasance and our peltists. That will just go into swarm technology. They'll just try to close and attack. So that'll cost 90 alloys. Let's upgrade that. It's going to go nice and fast. We'll see. We go from 1.2 to something better, hopefully.
Ship augmentations completed.
1.2 to 1.2. Not the jump I was hoping for, but it's okay. So I'd like to expand out into these two systems just for the energy credits and to gain
anomalous
the
surface
troop under our protection. Brokamar 1A, I'm assuming that's over here. There's another alpine world there. Great, 36 days to research that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, upgrade you to an administrative array. Still build lots of stuff here if I wanted to. Money's still an issue. What am I hurting for the most? Money. It's gotta be money. Okay, let's I'm not really sure how to make use of this room that I have. Got a couple jobs there that are good. If we could get our farming up, we could build some bioreactors, which are just, they take 25 food and turn them into 20 power, just bam. But I guess we don't need that for now. Okay, form the galactic market. Of course. De facto galactic trade, unbound by international diplomacy. Fantastic. Let's make that happen. We found an ancient life pod around Brokamar, covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded. It was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the ASMR analysts managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. More death. It's the way of this universe, man. All the previous... So what we have is a bunch of young civilizations, the ruins of the old, and one damaged cyber refuge. Holding 40 billion sapient organics in one alpha refuge. So... is that threat something that annihilated the galaxy, maybe? That the Silicrons had to basically batten down the hatches and just try to keep the biodiversity of the universe alive?
Successful.
Okay, it should give us, yep, we're back in black there. Battle frame armies. Large bipedal warbots, surprisingly fast and mobile. Quite intelligent and renowned for the insidious tactics they employ. That just sounds evil. Frequency tuning. Weapons that drain energy from enemy ships. They do a huge amount of shield damage. Damage 10 to 27. 75% accuracy, 50% tracking. So they're not that great against fast things. What's our weapons using? Still not great. Tracking 50, tracking 50. That's almost really good. But I'm sure it will eventually get outstripped by our other technologies. We don't have the resources to terraform yet. Could just go for defoliants. Or more naval capacity. We're bumping up against that. Yeah, let's do that. We need... wait. Jones, you have military theory. Why don't you research that for me, and I'll reassign that scientist to your job, which was researching Brokamar. Okay, so greetings, Patron Prime. We recently forced to scrap most of our technological equipment due to major functions. Is this the smelt technology? You just had to take it apart. Would the materials and scrap be of any use to you? We either take 500 minerals, which not super necessary. We will make that in 6 months, or 50 more influence, which we need badly. So we'll definitely fix it for them. Oh,
Technological
that place, the blue
acquisition
building.
successful.
oh well. Okay, better engines, better missiles, exploiting rare crystals, or getting larger star bases. Do we have any crystal resources? We do have some. Let's get the... Wait, what are our energy capacity at here? Not much. 4. Okay, well, those ones are fine. Yeah, so if we up the engines, we might not have enough power to operate these vessels. That missile rack, that's cool. Okay, let's... Yeah, we'll get the engines. Being able to get from one side of where we need to be to the other is important. Wow, time flies. I'm already past an hour here. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. And hope you have a great evening. Good night.